Oh my gosh.
Huh?
I didn't do what I needed to do and I put the thing away and then I realized I have to put coffee grind in the filter, not just the filter. Big steps, baby. It's a lot easier to get in the car and drive all the way to get a coffee than to make one at home, I tell you. Dude, you really need to just come stand and look at the squirrel action out here. It's insane. They're in the trees over there. A bit ago. 2 of them. Cat's watching out for them too. Hey, is it buffering? Witch Moon, I see your name. Is the stream stable? Somebody gives me a thumbs up, please. Sorry it took so long. I was watching squirrels. I squirreled. I totally squirreled. I made coffee and then I was like, I'm just gonna go check outside. And it's Saturn's Day and it feels like the day after Christmas. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like the day after Christmas where, yeah, Christmas is like Christmas, right? And today's the day after Christmas, so
It's completely perfect.
It's perfect?
No live, legs.
No buffer or legs?
No buff.
You have a slight white mustache. I'm not quite sure what evidence you're trying to show me of food.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream.
Good?
Yeah, you're looking good, buddy. Yeah, so I threw out my Christmas nuts. Not all of them, but so like walnuts and pecans and Brazil nuts. Yeah, the city squirrels have got the treat of a lifetime. It's an all you can like holy wah wah squirrelized buffet out there right now. There's tracks everywhere. I'll do a show and tell in a bit. I'll do a walkabout somehow. It's really fucking cold out there. And I'm not really good at my filming skills with pretty much anything. So I'll do a walkabout. I know, I'm so pumped that I'm trying to just like, what, and keep the stream and not buffer. No buffer. Alex, how you doing? Hi, Jansu, good morning. Alex, how are you, my beautiful friend? How's Romania? It's freaking cold. I don't know exactly what it is because I don't care about the number. My body and, stuff, face, my eye liquid tells me it's like minus 30, no, minus 22 maybe with the wind chill. It's not that bad. I'm just in stay indoors mode. Hibernation. Hi Bear Nation. Hi Bear Nation. Hi Bear Nation. Get it? Hi Bear Nation.
No.
Mama Bear. Bear Nation.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not playing this. It's too slow.
So I'm gonna put. How are you guys? How's it going, eh? Feeling good today, Jansu? Right on. Which means 7-3. Good morning, sweet Genevieve. Missed you yesterday. Been cleaning my bedroom yesterday. Worked out dancing 15 minutes every day this week. I'm happy about it. Right on. Aw, me lovins you. Good. Yes, avoid certain things. Do exactly what you feel like you gotta do, and you're right on track, baby girl. That's it. You're here even if you're not here. One of the reasons I did the poll, first of all, like, it was so strange to be like woke out of bed, and I don't touch my cards very much. I really don't. The most I do is in the streams. Once in a while, randomly guided to pull cards and just send them to people. And sometimes, but very rarely, people ask me. Like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing I do. It is not. And it's not that I have a resistance to touching my cards. It's just that unless I'm guided, I don't. So being woken up in the middle, like 4 a.m.-ish, and the other stuff that was flowing through, it was like, at one point I said, okay, like, am I done? Can I just go back to bed? And it was like, no, go pull cards. And I was like, fuck, are you kidding me? Okay. And I just sat there and let flow what needed to come out. And that's the thing. When that wasp came out first, I'm so fucking sick of the wasp. I'm not going to pretend I'm not, You can lie to yourself. You can lie to everyone. You can't lie to source. I'm speaking source, right? So source knows I'm so sick of the wasp. And it's like that internal, like automatic, serious thing of like, a fear wants to come into me. And it was like, no, you're doing a collective thing right now. The wasp is the wasp. Put it down. Calm the frick down, Mama Bear. Don't go in protection mode. It's automatic. Tone it down and just pull the cards. and they came out, and like the words of it, how I tried to do it slow enough so that it can be paused and screenshots taken for, whoever resonates with certain things. But when I put the wasp down, it was like put the wasp in the middle, and then the circle, the circle of the truth around, right? So that the focus of thinking like we're in the middle of the storm, no, we're the ones harnessing it all. And it helped me for my perspective, and it was just like, yeah. The smudging, the ceremony, the sweat lodge, the spirit keeper of the West, that's really important. West has the word est, E-S-T, that's east. So spirit of the West encompasses the both, east and west. Okay? The globalization of it, not just the word west. So it's east-west. And to thy own self be true. Only you know your rituals. And know your tools. Know your tools. No sleep till Brooklyn, Angelfish says. Yeah, Brooklyn is a big sync for me. Big activation word. As is Hudson. Big time. I still haven't put all those cards away. I have to do that. Hey, Nicholas Transcends, how are you doing? You watched the reading this morning? You think it's relevant, Nicholas? Witch Moon, my perspective about pain is never ever going to be the same. I get emotional thinking about the breakthroughs. Not trying to be braggy, but it's big. Oh, Witch Moon. Braggy. You're so cute, braggy. No, and that's the thing is, it's so big, eh? It's just so Angelfish, we keep getting furry ants and bee spirits stalking all week. I'm going to put a link up of a channel I just found, like, I don't know, wherever it says in my comments 20 minutes ago, in the last half hour. And that's enough. The message, like the thing that I got coming through is like, it's enough of that glorifying the butterflies and the bees and stuff, and everything, the beauty of everything. Like the vulture, nothing is wasted. It's beautiful. Angelfish, Hudson Hawk. Angelfish says, brag on, bitch. I have to read that out loud. I do. Brag on, bitch, in cap locks. I love you, Angelfish. It's not, that's a thing, eh? It's not bragging, it's the sharing, and that's the thing is, Witch Moon in general, like the epiphany, aha, openings, and certain things are flowing through so fast. So really, I can't even, like, I know, I just, it wasn't last night, Witch Moon, it was 2 nights ago, but I had a jolt to the spine that was so beautiful and euphoric that the only reason I didn't cry is because I had no tears inside to leak. And I just chose to just kind of enjoy it. And as I was lying there and my spine was doing what it was doing, I was like sharing it with you and wondering to what point, like the flow of it, like how the exchange actually, and inside is like, don't analyze how anything can work, just right? And even right now, as I do this towards you and that spine thing that happened to me, and one of the things in the last 24 hours that's the biggest challenge right now, and I would call it an obstacle, is the fact that, I'm wide open, really circulating everything that I have to anchor every single thing in this universe that I contracted, that is my mission to do. So the outside, like certain things, is just like back the fuck away, man. And the serenity flowing through of just like the outside stuff is not outside stuff. We're the outside stuff. We are the outside. The little wasp is in the fucking middle now. The wasp is in the middle now. So yeah, it stings, it nips, it's got the shit. But guess what? That's it. There's no more. Surround yourself with the circle. Shh. Flow. Trust. Oh, that way I went to make coffee, but the pipes are frozen. Couldn't be happier. It finally got cold out. How froze are your pipes, dude? Because you might want to make a happy situation, but frozen pipes. Oh, that's not always fun. Sometimes frozen pipes is a whole day of activity with like a blow dryer, eh? The roof is not on fire, but you got ice, ice, baby, eh, that way? I want it that way. Frozen pipes. It cracked me up. Okay. Yeah, witch moon. Nicholas, I made it through my first week of simple dance workouts. I even cleaned my fucking room after 3 years and did not stop. Challenges. I'm a beast. Never be your beast of burden. Angie. Oh,
Take a look
Angie.
at your room.
Listen to the lyrics of Angie, eh? Like, seriously. Legit. Go back and go listen to Angie today. Whoever's here and resonates with the Rolling Stones. The words in Angie. Yeah. That's it, eh? Yesterday I was like, Angie's not here. And I kind of sent out my readometer and it was just like, whoop, float, 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 float. Loves you. Yes, miraculously healing. Keep on keeping on, Nicholas says. Right on, Nicholas. Me loves you. Just keep that whoosh, momentum. Angel fish having the right lower hip going off for 3 days now. Nicholas transcends. Gee, you are timeless. Indeed. Witch moon, exactly. The pain I feel is not killing me, Nicholas. I realize I'm tore down everything. Now I can rebuild. Pain is now growth, strength, and life. That boom. Exactly, Nicholas. Cap locks. Pain is the cornerstone of all spiritual growth. Thank you, Nicholas. 1151. Pain is the cornerstone of all growth. Witch moon, I had to prove to myself what I already knew. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's to ourselves. To thine own self be true. The key is within. Ouch. I just... Hi, Bravery. Let's do this. Yeah, dude. Let's do this for sure. Thanks for commenting, Bravery. I'm on for 2222 as I looked at the timestamp to see how long I had been on, Bravery. 2222. Yes, Nicholas. That's the thing, eh? The very layered onions and truth of it. We have been over thousands of years been removing our spiritual aspect with our own free will. Now we must just choose to uplift our own spiritual connection so that we encourage others to transcend. Yes, Nicholas transcends. Encourage others to transcend. Help people walk with confidence. Right? Help people walk with confidence. Be the light you want to see in the world. That's it. Witch Moon, yes, my mom was pregnant with me when that album came out with those songs. That way. Don't know how frozen, but hopefully they'll thaw out on their own today. Change the word hopefully to they're gonna thaw out on their own in a few hours, just to make sure. Click that into place. But yeah, I work that way as well. I'm thinking like, yes, the car's not gonna run out of gas even if the light is lit. I shall make it to the gas station. Hi, Nova. Oh, man. Angelfish, I thank my pain. In my pain, I have no worries. If I'm gonna get ready, no anxiety. Right on. Sleep well, Nova. 11:55. I just came in to say hi. So tired right now. Good night. Good night, little wolf. Sleep well. Live like a wolf. Sleep when you're tired. Love you, Nova. Oh, right on, Witch Moon. I'm singing Pat Benatar, that song, Invincible. Ooh, right on. Sing Patty Smythe, I think it is. Anyway, Warrior. Is it Patty Smythe? I don't know. Warrior. I don't know. Warrior. It's the 80s song. Warrior. Bang, bang, I am the warrior.
Bang, bang, I am the warrior.
I heard that yesterday. Nicholas, indeed, that's the thing is, once you go into self, you can become confident in your own singular identity, but you're still uncomfortable with the collective identity. And that's the ripple effect that we're in right now, Nicholas. Right? That's the ripple effect we're in right now. Angelfish says, almost lost my toes in the garage with heater pointed at me. 24 is cold. I think 24 degrees isn't, is that even like, I gotta check in Celsius at some point what 24 is. It's minus 24 here. Celsius.
Yeah.
Exactly, Nicholas. That's what I've done in houses or places that the potential is there. You gotta leave a little smooth stream of water flowing at night to prevent the freezing. You probably already know that though. And it's, you know what? The one time, because we get to minus 40, right? So Celsius, that's, if you need to leave water and you'd forget at that one time minus 40, it don't take a lot of time for it to freeze. At minus 40, you can throw hot water outside and it freezes in midair. That's the truth. It's real, right? Your face, that's how cold it is. It's real. It's Antarctica. So, yeah, Witch Moon. Love that one. That song's really, it's been a part of my path since it came out, right? The 80s babies and stuff. So, and it's like an internal synchronicity and like family song. Like my whole family. So, it's a powerful activation. You do that bravery, eh? Yeah, you gotta do that sometimes. You know, it's pipes are pipes. Holy shit balls. Especially right now, the wankiness of how the weather goes so fast changing is like, whoa, right? So, you guys have to let your faucets drip all winter, Witch Moon? Yeah. Pipes thaw out eventually, says that way. Yeah, pipes either thaw out or burst. That's it. Sorry, but you didn't want to buy the heated hose for $50? See, I would have the heated hose no matter what. Just shit happens where you're too fast. $50 is $50, right? And duct tape.
Yeah.
Because if you had a heated hose, you need to use duct tape to put it on. So that's fun. You got a reason to use duct tape, bravery. Yes, Nicholas. 12 o'clock on the dot Eastern Time. What we need is a new form of currency. Currency. The current, the flow. And have people to have an opportunity to do what they love and their true abilities to have all they need and want. Any desires, body, spirit, health, no worries, essentially. Which Moon says, Alex, I heard your hee-haw all the way in Texas. Ah. Nicholas, better to be a smarty than feeling like a dipshit. Aw. See, Nicholas, I love my dipshittedness. Me do. Me loves my dipshittedness. It's what saves my soul. It's what keeps me here. Yeah. I love my dipshittedness a lot. I'm gonna go get some of that fresh coffee I made like 30 minutes ago before it's like so like burned at the bottom that cracking.
Pretty sure it's gonna be cold.
No, it's got the heat under it where it gets that it tastes older because it's sitting on the heat.
Oh.
You know how sometimes I'll always say, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'll always say I'd rather just wait for coffee at Tim Hortons because I know it's fresh. Other places you can go, it's been sitting there 2 hours and it doesn't taste the same.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to pay for something, I'd rather wait till I know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time we stopped somewhere after we got out of Quebec and I actually didn't even bring it to, like I threw it out before, like I poured it out before I even started driving because it was so gross.
Megan Megan plays.
I don't know. I'm rambling about old coffee.
Megan plays.
Ramble on.
Rainbow, rainbow. Rainbow, rainbow. Rainbow, wow, wow. I don't know.
Whoa. I love taking a break. Cool shit happens when I take a break. I shit you not. So I go to look outside and just kind of the honking outside. You hear it? I just look outside and so I'm looking at my dude tree and I'm looking down below because there's a strand of something and it's tinsel like, Christmas tree like, tinsel like, but not so thick, but almost. And it's like just in the wind and with the sunlight, there's like ripples in it of rainbows and silver and white. And it's rippling in the wind and I'm like in awe of this thing, thinking like, what is that? Like, what is that in the wind, on the tree, in the sun? And then I realize, that's my hair. I put one strand of hair in a lock of the hand of the tree months ago, and it's sitting there blowing in the wind like, whoa, so cool. Like, I know my hair does stuff. I've seen into my hair where the one strand and the I don't have words for it. It's like bubbles inside. It's like when you look at pictures of DNA strands and stuff, but crystally and rainbowy, and it moves within the strands. There's a movement. It's so like, whoa, when, you know, yeah. And that's the thing, eh?
My feet are really cold.
That's the thing. When I say those days that my hair is like, whoa, that's someone with the eyes to see sees that, right? When I say my hair is whoa, it's like every strand, every single strand is doing that thing. Danny, is that you, sweetie? Hair holds memories. Yes, it does, but you know I'm going to stick my butt in there. Hair holds memories, but my hair works as a shield as well. So I don't cut it when the memories of certain things, so when I say to someone for real, the timelines have changed, certain things I can't give no matter what, is because my hair, my wings, my antenna of my memory, of my avatar like strands that reach through the ethers to whomever I'm connected with, has dissipated. It's gone. It's been shed. So for me, this fall, I had a shedding that I literally only said to a few people because I didn't want to put it out there that way. Dude, I think you were one of them. When I said, I'm gonna lose all my hair, or I'm losing so much that I've accepted I'm going to be bald. Like, legit. I fully accepted that I was going to have no hair left because I was losing all of the memories, Danny. Because my hair, I don't cut it. It's been so many years, but when you watch my vids, you know, whatever length it is, and because it's curly, there's a chameleon-like thing to my hair that it's never the same every day no matter what. So I lost so much hair that as I was losing it, certain people in my life, that the memory was leaving me, the connection, the thing is gone. It's gone. I can't reconnect that back. So since, I don't know, mid-December, January, the texture, the strength of my hair is back. Like, legit. My strands a month ago were so thin that I didn't even want to brush my hair. For the saving of what needed to stay, whatever needed to be harvested was going to shed itself. I was not pulling out more. Besides, pulling out more was literally screams because it wasn't ready to go and I'm pulling it out. So, connection, it's real. It really is. Know thyself. You know thyself. It's so real. Your whole body is your true north compass of every single thing, as above, so below. And we're all different, so I can't, that's the thing, to teach somebody, no, I can say certain things out loud that trigger people, but to teach someone about their own self, you can't. You can only grab the puzzle pieces of people giving like snippets of what their things are to understand what your things are. Because the more you look outer to figure out what you are, the more you're programming yourself of lack because you're not like anything. You can't figure yourself out. 12. You can't figure your own self out because you got so many things outside of yourself that, you know, that resonate, feel like home, but you're not grasping your full true north alignment of what you are because you're waiting for somebody else to tell you. But nobody else can tell you. Someone else, like Elf herself, does her hair in a specific way. Her thing is her empowerment. It can't be compared to mine. You know, so I've rambled on a lot. Give me a second. I'll sip of coffee. But yeah, one strand of hair. I'm so lit. I got 2 lighters on me right now. 2 lighters on me. I usually can't find one. I'm going to keep these glasses on today, see what happens. Gonna catch up to the chat. Catch up. Bravery, I'm opposite. I'm not sure. You said that at 12:02. It's 12:13. Opposite of what? I can't remember what I was talking about, or if you're talking to someone else. That way. Thank you, dude. It really does feel like the day after Christmas. Thanks for saying that way. It really feels like the day after Christmas. And you know what? My perspective, I don't really like Christmas. I really, really don't. I don't give a flying fuckballs how many years I've been on this planet. It's just like, what the fuck? There's one day where you're supposed to maybe do something because of whatever. So the day after Christmas is that liberation, right? Of just whatever was supposed to, depending on your stuff. Because Christmas lasts for like weeks and months now, you know? So just that day after where certain things are just like, whoosh, I don't know. Nicholas, if you mean Bo, the cat has taken well to his new house. Yeah. Yesterday, Nicholas, and everybody, you know what I mean? I like taking my glasses off. It was Love Ball who mentioned, and it's true, like she likes when I do my videos that are my face and just like bloom, because that's where activations are, right? Stuff like that. So, but yesterday we came home from groceries, Nicholas. Why do I keep saying Nicholas? Nico. And the cat came to us. And, you know, it'd be tripping to have a cat in your feet when you come home from doing groceries. And so we were looking at each other and kind of like, just like, whoa. A couple weeks ago, we said, like, we wish we had a dog. We would figure out a way to maneuver around him if he came and attacked us after we got home from doing groceries. Cats don't do that. We don't have to worry about that. Cats don't do that, and Bo doesn't do that. Well, guess what Bo does now? He welcomes us home sometimes. Like, not every single time we go out, but listen, we're only going out like once, you know, every couple days. So, you know what I mean? It's not like he gets a big opportunity, but it was so cool. And, you know, we were talking about just like, it doesn't matter what we need to do in the kitchen in those moments. He's smaller than us. Like, no matter what we're trying to do, it's never his fault. Never. You know, like we can get frustrated at a cat, but we want the attention, so it's good. Like, putting it in that way of, because it's tripping. Like, he's so in between my feet than hers, and it's so cool, right? Like, very dog-like. Really cool to be welcomed home that way. It was neat. So yeah, Bo is pretty cool. It's snowing for you, Danny? Raining for you, Jinsu? Yes, Nicholas. Hair is one of the strongest substances on earth for its thickness. Yes, I have strands of hair that are so thick. Like, there's one strand over there. I had tied it in a bow on a live stream at one point. And I have strands that are so thick that they could be used to sew. For real. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, we produce everything that we would ever need. I totally believe that I have strands of hair in here that could be used to stitch a body if it had a gash that needed stitching. Right? So, like, that's thick, and that's the you know, we have everything that we need. We do. If that were to happen, but why would I cut myself to need the strand? You know what I mean? But anyways. Ooh, right on, Bravery. Thanks for saying it. 12:08. I hear the ferry boat honking. It's ferry horn outside. It's so loud and deep. The foghorn. Into the mystic. Thanks, Bravery. We love that sound. Danny, that's why I cut mine off. Now it's growing back. You burn it in your ritual with your baby's dad's hair. That's beautiful, sweetie. Thanks for sharing that. That gives me shivers. Holy, whoa, yeah. So proud of you, Danny. So proud of you, sweetie. You get it, bravery, eh? With your beard, it's the same. Yeah. Yeah. The crystals and the sparkles and it's the same. It is for beards. That's why, like, when I say certain things about beards, it's, with a high level awareness, bravery of what I see within the beards. It really is. You know what I mean? It really is. It's big. The truth is in plain sight. Those with eyes to see, we see the shimmers and the sparkles and everything. When we say that people are beautiful, when we see energy and the soul frequency, it's no joke. It's no joke at all. Like, it's real. Like, for me, just, it's all higher selves out in plain sight. Witch Moon, yes, sweetie, 1211. Thanks for saying that. Bravery, I can hear the fairy foghorn as I read it. Same here. Like, what it goes through me. Yes, Nicholas, depression thins hair along with stress, so amino acid deficiency. Indeed, and I was in high stress, everything changing in a heartbeat, so many outside things happening at the same time. I have no words for, well, I have no words. It's all in my videos, the stuff that I was going through. I never, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. For how fast, accelerated. As much as when the miracles and the beautiful stuff and the knowing I'm protected and all of that, because I was stepping into a timeline that, I stand by. It's a divine detour. It's not, and that's okay. But the surrender into a timeline that's a divine detour instead of, certain things, it was a whole other thing. Like so many tracks to changing, right? So Witch Moon, bravery. Remember the Golden Books tugboat? I loved that tugboat as a kid. Oh, right on, Danny. I have not dyed my hair since I was in my 20s. Finally getting a few silver and white hairs. Love it. Yes, within the silver and white, when they do come out or when you have the view of them, there's so much there's light language in there. There completely is, right? And there's very powerful codes within the strands. Very powerful. Phil Good mentioned it in a stream. I think it was either last night or the night before. I can't remember. It was in the last 48 hours where he said, right now, collectively, the white hairs are going to pop out. And when the white hairs pop out, that inner boom of I love this, or the things that have to pass through of acceptance. What is aging? The aging program is going to be busted this year in ways that transcend, you know, disclosure is disclosure. The age program is a program, and it's going to be busted in many ways and very fast. That's it. Know thyself. It's really important, the self-love. It really is. Nicholas, that's interesting. Dandruff is caused by any bacteria usually, and you can kill it with tea tree oil and castor oil. And Danny says, I don't know how to say that word. Diatomatosis, whatever, diatomaceous earth. You guys know what I mean by that big D word, earth. Food grade helps with dandruff too, Nick. Witch moon, I as well. I have copper and silver strands when I sit in the sun. I as well. I have copper, bronze, all of those, all of it, right? You can't see maybe, you know, and camera, you know, I've tried to do the hair stuff, but it doesn't show. But there's also, when you really allow your eyes to see witch moon, there is the purples and the pinks as well. There really is. The reds, the auburns, just, it's all in there. It really is. I see the purple within your hair, witch moon, and you don't, you know, let your hair flow and seen, but all the time, but I see the purple in your hair, sweetie. I already see it there, so. Danny, yes. Thank you, Danny, for confirming or just like validating. You see your copper tones as well, eh? I see the copper in your hair, Danny. That video that you did, Danny, I don't remember when, like a week or so ago, when you wore the red sweater and it just had little things on it. I can't remember, but the red sweater and your hair was loose. That if you had just put that as a screenshot, like the activation of the red, the woman, the lady in red of you, the sisterhood of the rose, the red, and your hair, the you know, just that day, I know, as after I watched that video, I forget what exactly I put on, but I had to have red on all afternoon after. And then after the red, I passed on to the blue right in the evening as soon as it got dark. But seeing you in the red was a comfort. And see, I got the red here as I talk, eh? Seeing you in the red was a comfort, and I wanted to enhance my lady in red and my feminine, like that rose, right? The rose. I wanted to enhance the rose part big time that day. Everything is an activation. For me, anyways. I choose to use everything that people share, you know. Nicholas says, bravery, Chinese medicine, and balancing your elements will help these imbalances you speak of. Nicholas, I'm part cow, moo. I love pulling the cow, and I have lots of like cow symbolism and synchronicity and just like totem-esque energy around me. Cow. Witch moon, yes, me too. I love hair in the sun. You see all the pretty colors. I don't dye my hair, but I've thought about what it would be like. Yeah. When you so choose, and what, you know, if you ever choose to, enjoy it and have fun with it. I often tease and make fun and kind of prepare people mentally to kind of, that when I'm 60 or 65, I'll start dyeing my hair again for real in a way that, no one would expect, and start wearing a bra and push up the girls because I just don't, right? So, since a long time already, so to go from like 40s for like 20ish years with my people, and then to like just completely like whoosh, because right now, at 49, I more like want to flow, trying as much as I can to be that age for real, right? So, um, yeah, I often use that as like that joke thing of, you know what I mean? Um, my own mom doesn't recognize me sometimes, in pictures or in public, it's happened. So the chameleon of me knows already, right? That I use zero tools for anything, like zero. So just to change a little bit up already changes everything. Yeah. Have you ever done henna or anything like that in your hair, Witch Moon? Like naturally type of stuff? Bravery, your energy level is down because you're thinking too much, bruh. You're thinking too much, and you're probably in resistance to certain things. Yeah, Witch Moon. Yes, you tied for me your hair for me that time. Remember, Genevieve, when I was having that yucky moment? I love you. Yeah, and I went and got the strands in the back, the darkest ones. And it's not because of the color that this is my favorite lock. It's the lock. That's it. That's it. And I had wrapped this one. And I touch it and I think of you and I send healing, and yeah. Yeah. I love you, Bravery. Keep talking to Nicholas for sure. Um, a lot of things when Nicholas sent me certain things, you know what I mean? And I haven't even, excuse me, chakra thing. I haven't even necessarily dipped into everything Nicholas has given me because I just am not guided to on certain levels, but every single thing has pivoted me in different ways. Bravery. There's a purity and a knowing and a strength with what Nicholas has, to elevate the masculine in you, Bravery, with the balance of the feminine that leaves me speechless, and that just Nicholas's authenticity speaks for itself. So yes, there's a lot of essential oil tricks, Bravery, and I say tricks because listen to Nicholas's tricks of his trade. Um, essential oils, Bravery. Nicholas, bravo, baby. I kind of see down below. I'm self-taught, and that's what you're self-taught, but your knowing comes from so many places. That's why your authenticity that I have a natural trust for you that's ingrained inside of me, Nicholas, because frequency doesn't lie. Okay? And the frequency, the stuff, what you put into your products, you know, I don't even sell my own stuff, and I put your stuff up as often as I remember to. It's no joke when I say I'm your Canadian Vanna White. I believe in the stuff that you make. I'm sorry to like downplay it by saying the stuff, because the magic, the alchemist that you are, Nicholas, transcends. It's like I said to Nova the other day, or I said to Bridget and certain people, that thing, if you knew who protected certain people in the higher realms, you would not mess with them. If you really understood someone's calling and gifts and purpose, you would not fuck with them. If you really saw some people for who they were, just boom, you would understand. You understand who resonates with you to trust. Right? That's it. And that trust flow of what you manifest is of products and things like that. The alchemist of you. It's like Danny, you said you were making tinctures, certain things. Dude, in a heartbeat, depending on in the moment, like I might be like, no, I can't try this today. But you know what I mean? Like that flow. Danny and Nicholas, the shout out I have for you right now is that practical magic. Okay? You guys remember Practical Magic, the movie? How I see the two of you, or someone like Angie as well, is like the ladies in Practical Magic. You just know what to grab. You just know what to do. You just know. You just know. You know, you can have the book, but it's all there. It's all there. You can have the book because that's the tool that you use, right, Nicholas? The books that you've read through your life, all the knowledge that you've gathered has made it that you can blend these things for real. That Reiki master of you, that's real. That's real, Nicholas. You don't just say you have that, you are that. You don't just say you have that, Nicholas. You are that. I mean it. Yes, Danny, you have a calling. Exactly, you do, Danny Skylark. I can taste it. I can feel it. I know it, right? It's so big. It's so big, and that's why sometimes that frustration of like, okay, we just need the spots, man. All our inner knowings are there. So it is that time of, location. So many souls of us on the rebound of not in the apothecary room, the land to plant, not just making one little bucket of tomatoes here and there, and knowing that there's that fruition, the harvest, the true stuff that we're to manifest. Boom. Without the in-between of certain things. Right? That's it. Without the in-between of certain things. That's it. Yeah. You're transmuting a lot of stuff, though, Bravery. Your role is so much bigger than just you, right? It's so huge, all the stuff. So the cycles of what you're saying, tired, get it, pick up, then tired, then repeat, is completely 144% normal. And it has to be. If you change the word tired, Bravery, change every time you feel tired, change that word to integrating. I'm integrating right now. Instead of I'm so tired, I'm so integrating right now. And just the release, I've just said it twice, Instead of thinking, I'm tired, I know I'm integrating. There is, I've just said it 3 times in a row out loud, right? There's a release inside. I can feel it. Where instead of my cells, myself, my DNA, my crystals, my little fractals hearing all the time, I'm tired, integration is empowering. Integration isn't pretty, okay? Integration is the space between where there can be pain, there's the awareness that comes through, there's the flow of certain things, but integrating, you gotta get it integrating, sounds a lot more empowering than tired. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Just one word. Watch your words. One word can whew. You okay?
Yep. My feet are very cold, but I'm okay. They're really cold.
Yes, Witch Moon, I ponder. We can change our DNA to be whatever we want 250 years from now. Yes. Yes. But we can program our DNA within this lifetime right now. That's why it's been years and years and years that I can't wait to turn 50. I'm excited about that. I'm like 60, 70, 80, 90, and I keep the numbers going. What will be, will be. But my inner programming is that I love numbers. I empower myself with numbers. So the 5-0, that thing of 5-0 that like freaks the fuck out of people in that hill that they don't want to get on and be over, I'm so pumped. Like, you know what I mean? Like a 10-year-old wanting, like a 9-year-old wanting to be 10, or, like all of that. Like a 16-year-old being 16 that can drive is how excited I am that I'm going to be 50. You know what I mean? I'm 49 only and I round up to 50. Why? Because why wouldn't I? If I'm 9 years old, I love saying I'm going to be 10 in a month. So why wouldn't I love saying it now? Right? And I mean it. It's real. Like you can see it, feel it, can't you? Like it's real. So we program our DNA now. We do now. Now. And there's always you change the road you're on. It goes for everything, right? There's always time to change the road you're on. So visualize. It's not about visualizing your body. It's visualizing what am I going to do at these times in my life. Well, my things is no matter what. I've had opportunities to surf in my youth. I had the opportunity in my 20s and 30s and 40s to surf. I didn't want the experience in those timelines. I didn't want it then. It was right there. Could have grabbed it and done it. And it wasn't a chicken shit. It wasn't scared of doing it. It was like my whole body saying like, no. I want to experience this in a way that's pure. And so just, yeah. Program. We do. I wrote it in a comment to someone on Instagram today because he put up the movie thingy poster, whatever it's called, in a picture on Instagram of Dances with Wolves. And it triggered inside me like her hair. I forget the character's name and the actress, but the lady character that was with Kevin Costner, her hair. Do you guys remember, we're speaking about hair, the hair of the lady in Dances with Wolves, right? I was so young and I would look at her hair and it would be like, oh, I want to grow up and have hair like that. You know, like I didn't have that, or I don't know what I had, but I just wanted to grow up and have hair like her. Like I wanted to grow up and have that fucking wild looking hair. I wanted that. And you know, that thing of, yeah, I wanted it so much. Here it is. You know? So it's the same thing for now. What do you want? What do you see? You make it happen. We're here to bust the programs. And that's the thing, is that it's everything is interpreted as a miracle, but in fact it's not. It's stepping into our true and highest self of awareness of what we actually co-create with. We manifest it all. 10:44, it's 12:44 here, Danny. Thank you. Did you hear that? 12:44. That was a big chunk of ice falling on the steps. The ice castle has shed a layer. Thanks, Danny. I love catching the 44 instead of just like yapping on through it. Oh, Nicholas, I like that. Fix your shit. What the fuck, Bravery? Processed shit is expensive. Fruit, veggies, and meat are cheaper. I can offer you more advice if you email me, Bravery. Yeah, it's the moderation of certain things. Like, I shouted out that I eat junk. Why? Because I forgive myself for it. It's a treat and stuff. But there's certain stuff that I only... Like, I can't drink anything. I can't drink any type of juice. I won't put that stuff inside to fill me, to make sure it's not taking up the space when I do choose to eat certain junks. Like, it's only water and coffee and tea. That's it. That thing. Change one thing every day. Change one thing every day, for real. Your grandma called you Rosebud? I'm really behind in the chatting. Hey, Lightwave Harmonics. We be juicing here. Oh, Tom's video today was awesome. That's my kind of meditation and bowl action, guys. Not gonna lie, I'm not so good with the whoa stuff too much. That's my straight up kind of meditation. Like, hi Morgan. Hi, how's it going, Emreed? Yeah, Emreed. It's not so hard to change the diet, actually, and it's so worth it. It is not as hard as it seems. It's not. It's that thing of, if you can eat a burger every day the way that I can eat a burger every day, then you can have the one or two little staple things that you really enjoy, that are either you make some at the beginning and you just have the same thing, or, you know, figure your stuff out. Because for the time it takes you when you're on your way to somewhere and then you grab your food, it's the same amount of time to spend at home and do it. Yeah, I think you're fucking awesome, and I see you feeling awesome too. You talking about me, Nicholas? I'm feeling awesome for sure. Shed a lot of stuff in the last while. I'm just gonna catch up a little bit more to the chat. Thanks, Witch Moon. Exactly. Fasting is a tool. Know thyself. To thine own body be true. If you really, 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 truly listen to your body, like seriously listen to your body, the fasting just comes naturally. You just don't eat if you're not hungry. You just don't eat if you're not hungry. Sometimes people will say, but I do physical. Okay, you do physical, but that's where you need to know and listen to your body, what it wants. And you work with your bodies, you know, you align with your body. It's all about it. And it's like the more that you accept that you eat yucky shit, and just go to a place to grab other stuff, the stuff you want, the other stuff. Your body's telling you, like, you can go to a grocery store, like legit. Go to a grocery store after you meditated, you're grounded, and just follow your store, what it guides you to grab. Go stand in the middle of the fruits and frickin' vegetables and ask your higher self to guide you to where like the special stuff is. Like, okay, sometimes it can't be the organic budget, but can it? Is it worth to get a smaller bag of organic something? Because you're not eating all the time anyways, because you're getting your water in. The more you ground and the more you do certain things, like I said, the fasting comes naturally, or the knowing what to eat comes naturally as well. The biggest hurdle is to break the patterns with people. Your body can't be in alignment with anyone, not even your children. Once you know yourself, you can maybe be aligned with other people, but you gotta align yourself 144% with just when you're hungry at first. So you could be 4 days without wanting to eat, wanting to cook, and that's where you stand in your any grown-ass adult or child over a certain age can slap a sandwich together or heat some soup up. You don't even touch food sometimes, right? Because the program that, because you're someone in a house, you have to make the food for everybody is also a program. You don't have to do a 3 like every day for your whole fam jam. No, you don't. That's where that thing of like, yeah, we are all in this together. You know, you're 13, you're making it. Mama Bear ain't doing that right now. Why? Because we say it, if we cook and we don't feel good, what's the point? So you pump out your meal for everybody. Why isn't anybody else making food? That doesn't make sense. That's one of the biggest things of like a lot of the journey is like, how do you stand in your sovereignty with your own damn family when you got to do everything for everybody? That doesn't make any sense. And it hurts. And I say that because years of doing it and saying I can't do all this and still having to do it, you know, there is the limits of stuff. It's important. Bravery. I don't think so in a way. You say, I assumed my body would fix itself after addiction, but I was wrong. No, it does fix itself. You are not wrong. You're just not following your higher guidance of what your body asks to fix itself. Right? You're just not listening to what it's asking of you to fix itself, Bravery. That's it. And I'm going to go straight up and say, it's not a joke. When you put that video up the other day of here's a glimpse of my day and that fucking music behind you, I fucking like almost puked and passed out. And it was one of the most beautiful, like, here, this is the authentic shit that my job is. It ain't funny to be in a workplace with such aggressive music in the background. Even if it was just the one song, Bravery. Even if it's just the one song and you say it was all la-di-da, other songs half the other day. One frequencies and tones and certain things, right? And just the fact of, I'm sorry, I'm going to be really honest. Just the fact of seeing that makes me know why I would go to a certain dispensary and get stuff and not another place. Or why I would buy certain products from one place and not another. Why? Because the vibration that you guys are putting into that pot, fuck. That's not cool, man. That's not mellow yellow. That ain't no mellow yellow shit. She's talking about the corn video. have utter respect for every genre of music, Bravery. I truly do. But don't you be telling me that that's vibing with Mother Gaia, with the harmony of nature, and with a frequency that somebody's gonna smoke that shit or put that in a bong, man. You guys are putting energy into something, and the lack of respect of what people know about frequency and energy is exactly what 3D matrixy jobs and shit, right? People pump out food and they got no interest in it. They're slapping Big Macs together. Well, did you ever go to a McDonald's where people like working together? The McDonald's tastes good. People like working there. They have fun while they're working, and they actually put their energy into the food, right? So it's not about it being McDonald's and judging it. It's about the fact that people are in harmony, slapping food together. There's a harmony to be had for certain things. And, yeah? In that card pull I did last night, in the middle of the night, right? The ceremony of life. I ain't saying y'all gotta like be all like certain shit, but you know what I'm saying deep down. It doesn't have to be all kumbaya and holding hands and stuff, but energy flows where attention goes. Everything is felt. The more, when Nicholas said earlier, ultimately we need to get to a form of currency where people are doing what they love. Right? People are doing what they love because energy flows through everything that we love. So, trying to manifest a world where every product that we put and bring into our own home has an energy that's a high frequency.
I'm gonna use your cutting.
Yeah, that way. Yes, please. Yeah, which moon says, Danny, very interested in your tinctures you were talking about. Same. I realize I'm about 20 minutes behind in the chat, so I'm just kind of scrolling up to grab the juicy stuff and your guys' conversation and stuff. Yeah, Nicholas, the way this life came upon me is a fucking miracle magic story to this very moment. Yeah. Witch Moon, Practical Magic. That's my favorite movie, Genevieve. Glitter Bucket. I'm gonna cry and throw up. I'm a doofus. No, it's real. That movie is very powerful, and those of us that know, we know. When we know, we know. It's about all, it's all waking it up inside us. Thank you guys for the support that you're showing, the sharing of like the knowledge that's passing through here, and the energy of just whoosh, healing is beautiful. Harmonics, tomorrow marks 3 months, no alcohol for me. Wow. Bravo, baby. I remember that day I was sitting in my whoosh, it was just before I whoosh, here. Love you. Thanks for sharing that, Harmonics. Bravery, haha. I wanted a beard my whole life, so now I wake up with one in my mouth. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Bravery. I love you. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I've been drinking energy drinks again. Thanks for admitting it, because I know I can taste them. I know it's going to sound crazy. That's how connected we can be. I know you are, because I can taste them. Yeah. No joke. Yes, Danny, thanks for saying it. This chat has lots of fire. Yes.
Did you already put the pepper in the pepper shaker?
Yes, I did, honey.
Okay.
Perfect, Tim. Witch Moon, exactly. Thanks for writing that, Witch Moon. It's important. Don't eat when you're mad or feeling negative, or cook. Cooking and eating with love and appreciation. Yes. So, boom. I'm going to go off again. I know I want to catch up. This is important. Ancestral DNA, what we've been brought up with. Some people have only, or, you know, majority of the time, ever been cooked for by someone who didn't want to be doing it at the time. On such a level of hate, hating cooking for someone, and that's a big word, but think about it. You know, so it's big. You know, the cycle of food and what it's brought into us of, you know, if you were with a partner, if you were with a mother, if you were with blah, 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 or if you are the person, think about how many times because this has happened to everybody. You can't pretend it didn't, that you're really pissed off. You just don't want to freaking cook. You don't. But amp that up to,
exactly
you know, every single thought you thinking in those times, put into the food. So is it better to say, here's like a peanut butter sandwich if someone is too little or couldn't do anything? Like, you know, if you're a caregiver and it's okay to, like, the bare minimum, it's okay sometimes, you know what I mean? And when people are of age to help or to cook, that's it. That's what builds self-sufficiency in other people. Right? So if children don't know how to cook, if grown-ass men who live, you know, in union don't know how to cook, grown-ass women who live with a roommate or in union don't know how to cook, it ain't funny for the person who has the load. It ain't funny for the person who has the load. Sharing is caring. There's no reason for anyone to have a load of anything anywhere, because people should be able to take care of themselves to eat. When you can't, that's a whole other level, right? I'm not talking about that. Wow, thank you for talking about that. Witch Moon, 1251. Genevieve, I dreamed my spirit guide was my nurse and giving me pills full of kale. I healed my uterine tumors with kale. I forgot about that. Thanks for remembering and writing it out. That's important. Yes, Danny, there is such a space called personal time out. Hi, Big Stir. Just slid in? Yes, Moon. Which Moon 7-3. Eating when you're mad or upset means our body won't digest it properly. And bravo on the kale. Danny says, I just drank a kale shake yesterday. Yes, Bravery. Listen to you, sweetie. Listen to you. I know I'm behind in the chat, but Yes, Witch Moon. Kale goes good in everything. You can just throw a bunch of it in something. You can freeze it and put it anywhere. Yeah, Witch Moon. When I smoke, I bless it just like when I eat. Danny, that's awesome that you say that. Yes, I can't stand that food, just in my opinion. I know it doesn't make me feel good. Exactly, Danny. I've been years and super like zero, nothing, 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 nothing. And there are time periods when I just realize that it is what makes me feel good. I wanted it at the time. The interaction that I have when I choose to go get certain things that are more junk-like, whatever the word, treat is the word I use, right? I'd rather use the word treat than junk. But, you know, it's like when I did a live stream a couple nights ago, and I was like, I've been on for a while. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna get a pizza. And then when the pizza came, and Fairy, one of the interesting things that I enjoyed about Fairy's stream yesterday, she speaks of the metabolism, and like when you're channeling, when you're doing a live stream, it burns a lot of calories, man. We get hungry. There's a lot of stuff happening here for me. Like, it's big. So how hungry I am, and like just that pizza was like the best thing ever. It was so good. It was what I needed and wanted. It was so good. I still it was so good. And I was just sitting there snarfing, and I ate 4 pieces of pizza while listening to Glitch and commenting in the stream the other night. Like, it was like sitting there in the corner, and, like, I can't share the pizza, but y'all were there, and we're just kind of, it was a nice flow. But food is good when you're hungry. Glitch, we talked about it in his stream too the other night. Food is good when you're hungry. So when you eat when you're actually hungry, you enjoy it, you love it, you appreciate it. You're just not eating 3 times a day or because you think you're hungry. You are hungry. You are hungry. Yes, that way. Sharing gifts and talents, that's all. Thanks, Bravery. Says, I appreciate the perspective of everyone. Nicholas, I wish someone had told me these things. Exactly. And that's why they're just sharing, flowing, saying it. You grab it or you don't. But the sharing of it, so that's how I walk my path, Nicholas. Everything I would have wished for myself, I just give. So I would have wished to have someone speak the way I speak, so I just give it away. I would wish someone would comment or would have told me the stuff when they knew, and I grab it or I don't, when somebody says stuff, but I wish that it was just all out there easily, so I put it out there easily, No editing, no scripting, it's a little bit everywhere, the stuff that I would wish to just, if you want to know this, here it is. If you want to know it, here it is. That's it. No attachment to it. If you want to know it, here it is. But sharing the knowing. Your body be sweating? Good, Bravery. Let it flow. Sweat is good. Sweat is one of your biggest superpowers, Bravery. Sweat is one of your biggest superpowers. No joke. It's not a joke. Water retains memories. Your sweat is one of your biggest superpowers. Boom, Nicholas. Every meal I've had for the last year has been in my house, and we share responsibilities around here. Yeah. Yeah, Danny, I wore the pants way too long. still wearing them, but with style and with heels. I can't wear heels. Oh, that's funny. Hell on heels, Danny says. Oh, Nicholas, thank you. I'm going to make some maple brown sugar bacon, homemade rolls, grass-fed burgers with cheddar and barbecue sauce with homemade crunchy oven fries and cabbage salad with onions. Boom. Rawr. I mean it. Don't turn around too often when when that stuff's cooked, eh? You shape shift all the way to yummy. Thanks for sharing that, Nicholas. Sounds awesome. Bravery Milo's giving me that look. It's time for a hike. Love you too, dude. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm playing it. Have the burger or the pizza, one beer is good for me. Me not like beer at all, Danny. You can't drink that stuff. Me not like beer. Nicholas, if I have one beer, there are 30 more behind me, so I just don't partake. Me not like beer. I could bathe in beer and I would not even take a sip. You know what I mean? I could bathe in beer all day long and I wouldn't take a sip. But I would not bathe in beer. I would not. Like, that's just like... No. You gotta keep it marinated. Right is right. Right. To the left, to the left. See, I went right again. Okay, I gotta take a pause. Put the cards away from last night. Grab a coffee and maybe pull a card or two or something. See, they have everything, Danny. They actually have a beer spa in Oregon. See? How fucking shit people pay for, eh? I was just throwing that out there as a joke. And people pay for that shit. Follow your passion, man. You like beer? Make a beer spa. Some dipshit's gonna go dip in it. And I say that in the most beautiful way. The most beautiful way. I swear, dudes, the energy's so high that even squirrels are fighting over the nuts out there. I thought it was the dude's car, the dude's truck pulling in that was making a sound like I thought it was a truck because it's cold out. But no, it's the squirrels out there. They're bitching over the nuts that I put out. Ah. Beer. Oh, thank you. Yes, Danny. I had forgot about that. I haven't done that in a long time. But yes, beer is actually very healthy for your hair. And that's the thing, eh? I don't like beer, but beer is the same thing as wine in its sacredness, right? There's a sacredness to beer. There really is. My sarcastic ass that don't like beer don't mean that I don't have the respect for it that I do. You know, I can't drink it. And you know, I say I don't like the smell because I'm used to commercial beers that are sold throughout, you know, a legalized system. So the smell of Budweiser and Blue and Coors Light and shit, like, really? You know, it's all memories. And, you know, sometimes beer can have that good memory smell, but it's all memories, programming, and, what would I say? The toxic shit in it, you know, because there's a purity to beer and beer making that, you know, it is sacred, and that's that, you know. I can make the jokes and stuff, but what's commercially sold is a whole other thing than what is the originality of beer as a craft, right? It's real. It's a craft. And I say that because, like I said, just because my sarcastic ass doesn't like that shit, it doesn't mean that it's not a craft, an art form to make, that the process of what's needed to make it is of Gaia, is of Mama, is of the earth, right? So the alchemists that make the beer, the real stuff, just like moonshine or wine, you know, there's the artisanship of that, the teamwork, the team that it takes to build, to make those things. Exactly, just don't abuse it. It's ritualistic, ceremonial, and to be used in tandem with your body for your greater good. So the medicinal properties in the artisanship of the alchemy of making certain things has been abused. And that's that. Witch Moon, your mom did that too? Used the beer in her hair? She was always keeping herself looking like a goddess. I like being like a girl, but not very ladylike. I like being like that Viking-esque, like I don't believe in washing my hair. For me, pampering myself and doing my nails, that's not self-care for me. You know, those types of things, like girly-ish type of ladylike stuff, just, I don't even understand those terms per se, even though I do, right? You know, brushing my hair doesn't make me more of a lady. It disempowers me to do certain things that are considered a girl or a woman-esque ritual. Those certain things don't empower me, right? I know what empowers me. Wow, Rex, I just seen you pop up down there, Genevieve. I'm gonna make it, painting it tomorrow morning. Okay. Thanks for telling me when you're going to do it. You can feel it. It's like I can feel it. Thank you, Rex. You have my consent to upload it and put my name, link my channel, to put our energies together. Thank you. If I'm able, I found in my videos something I did on the day after Christmas or something. I forget. But it was just like me singing a song for fun and just for fun. And I try to get it so that I can upload it just because the energy of it it's funny. To me, anyways. I don't know if the word is funny. I don't know. But it's an activation. But thank you. Thanks, Rex. That way, I should know better than to eat that garbage, help put garbage food businesses out of businesses. Well, that way, I live in small communities, and small communities have families and people who work in businesses. So until I've been told by Source that I'm here to, shut down fucking McDonald's and fast food, Source actually guides me to go to certain places so that I can put the light there. So I don't believe there's any bad garbage food places because they're individual businesses that people work in. So until I have a mandate from Source to boycott or to tell anybody that their business is, garbage, I see every business as individuals who work in it. I don't live in city where there's, AI and NCP and NPC and all that shit. I live in the real world where it's real humans around me and real souls. And that's why I encourage and I go and I enjoy going to get a Big Mac once in a while. Because those people that have that job and where I'm putting the energy of those people that work in garbage food places, I'm sustaining their energy the same way I sustain for the greater good of the all over, as above, so below, without judgment. So yeah, once in a while, I snarf the fuck out of a Big Mac and fries. So much so that way that your comment put that way makes me want to go get McDonald's right now, sit in front of the screen and eat it and watch mac sauce dribble from my chin. Maybe hold a meat patty out there for whoever wants to judge the patty, because you know what? What I put into my body is my perception of what I'm putting into it, not anyone else's. Yes, alcohol is spirit. It says right on the bottle. Therefore, that's why when we manifest and make our own things or know the people who create certain things like wines and certain things, the power of the spirit of that. Remember I spoke earlier about, if you grow pot, you have a certain responsibility to anything that you plant into the earth or in a bucket. The exchange of energy that you put into anything and then so choose to gift or sell to somebody, it's a big deal. There's people making products out there right now. One of the reasons, Nicholas, I fucking shout you out. What you have in here is pure. I can put it on my body. The mastery of who you are, of the alchemy of what you put into here is safe in my hands, and there's a raw purity in here that, I can choose other stuff, but it will never be the same. Never. I understand completely what you're saying as well, the Big Stir. I rarely ate at McDonald's. It's a shit company. Agreed on one perceptive level. I do. On one perception, I completely agree. But in the greater scheme of the all, when I used coupons. The drop in the vibe was noticeable. And that's the thing, is where I have learned over time that I choose where my vibe is, and that my imagination about food and what I decide of it is what's going to affect my vibe to a certain level. So when I'm in a flow state of surrender, if my guidance says to go somewhere, and do certain things, and it elevates my vibe. So that's how I know my internal compass. We all have different missions and purposes and ways that we share our energy. Some of us don't realize that half of what we do, that we're putting energy out there. I'm conscious of it. So I've said it before in other videos. If every person that's of the light and that has elevated themselves to certain knowings, if nobody chooses to be the person to pass through certain places and to love certain things, to enjoy certain things, and to put positive energy into certain things, how do dark places or places that are not, like pure or good, whatever you want to put around it, how do they get transmuted to light? The vulture never kills, very rarely kills the food that it's going to consume, but the vulture flows to where it's guided for what it is to consume and transmute. So the vulture's not sitting there like another predator thinking, I'm going to go kill a rabbit today, or I'm going to go kill that bird. The vulture accepts what is in nature, everywhere around, accepts what is, and does what it needs to do. That's it. It accepts everything. Nothing is wasted. Wow, witch moon, that sounds like magically delicious. Oh my god, mulled cider slowly heated and stirred with apple pie moonshine from the mountains, slowly stirred in. Rawr. I got shivers everywhere. That sounds so yummy. Oh, that's beautiful, Danny, my precious sister. I worship you. YEW. You write that like that, and I think of Kelly Ryan O'Brien. Putting Kelly Ryan O'Brien energy. Danny, thanks for the good energy, bro. Bow, 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 1321. I love you, Bridget. Beautiful blue angel. Do you see the blue today, Bridget? Can you feel the blue today? It's big, sweetie. It's really big, eh? Yes, exactly that way. Accept all things, participating in the ones of your choosing. All things have an equal opposite, negative, positive. Exactly. What's negative to one person is positive to another as well. Perception, right? Perception. Jenny, I don't want to read that out loud and put that in the stream. And that way you say exactly. And there's a reason I'm not going to focus an energy toward it, but I'm going to turn it around with exactly what I just said earlier. The vulture doesn't choose, it's transmuting everything around. So part of my purpose is to go to the places considered certain things and transmute energy. Whether I choose to partake of certain things or not, is part of the transmutation of everything. It really is. It really is. And that's the thing, Danny, is that thing of, remember, I've been saying it for weeks. Mama Bear wants her up level of her roles to be different, right? I consciously choose to be in a path of surrender, of there's things it's not of me to speak about, of what I am and what I do. It's that thing of we're at a certain spot where you either know or you don't. And just, you know what I mean? Witch Moon, thanks for saying that. It was important to put out. A vulture photo, Genevieve. I could make my own oracle cards and book with that photo I have saved. Thanks for bringing in the vulture. Yes. It's currently close. The currency. I'm going to put the cards away from last night and see what flows for today. And that's the thing too, is that I'm very conscious of the soul contracts I have. So my awareness of when I go to certain places, you know, I get the eternal reward in the back for having done what I said I would do. You know, I really do. 32. We're the 23rd today. Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. 32. We're the 23. 2 and 3 is 5. Little 5 card for you, Bridget. Come on. I lost my coffee over yonder. I'm going to read that Hawk Spirit when I come back.
No, it's the twist. It's not a knot.
Witch moon. One of our elder yard cats was hit last Sunday. Ground cold and hard. Neil put him by the creek bank and I saw the vultures come. That's a beautiful... Thank you, Witch Moon, for sharing that. Yeah. Did I ever say about the time? So once upon a time, I went for a drive by myself. I was going to get a coffee. I think Lily Rose was at her dad's. This was about 3 years ago in the summer. And as I left, where I was leaving and went on the road, there was a dead squirrel. There was a hit squirrel, and not a city squirrel, the big one, a small squirrel. So a small adult real squirrel on the road. So I drove and I couldn't keep driving. I turned around and I went and picked it up, and it was still warm. And I couldn't tell if there was breath or not because it was so little, and there was really nothing I could do because I kept on asking, is there anything I could do? Is there anything I could do? And it was like, no. So I did the only thing I knew I could do, and just in case it would start breathing, and I put him in my boobs. I happened to have something that was one of those tops that kind of supported here, so I stuck them in my chest. I did. And then I just started driving, and I went to get the coffee, and I ordered the coffee with a squirrel in my boobs, incognito, an incognito squirrel in my boobs, and ordered my coffee. And then when I went back, so I went and I parked at the beach, and I took him out, and I really realized that, he wasn't as warm anymore, even if he was in my boobs on one side, and that he was just done. And so I was guided to go put him specifically in a spot. I don't know what happened after because I didn't stay and it wasn't one of my close near my house spots, but I was guided to go put him somewhere specific. So, and all that time too, I was like, don't get attached. Like, it's okay if he's already passed on. Like, you're just there to make sure he doesn't get squished up and like yucky on the road. It's okay if my role is just to have the respect for him that he doesn't get squished on the road. So the healer in me was, telling me it's okay if you can't do this. Like, this isn't a test of faith of my healing abilities. It's more of a respect of nature, of putting it somewhere where it can be taken from nature by whatever, but not in a way that, is right there on the road. And that detachment that a healer must have inside of the knowing that the passage through is just as beautiful as the choice to stay, whether it be a small animal or a large human. The free will choice or the cycle of life of anything or anyone is to be respected. A healer is not to try to project healing into something if it's not meant to be. That the passage through is the beauty, and the respect of that, is the other. There's the both sides, right? We can't insist to heal something that circle of life has flown through, but the respect and the honoring that we can have, is important. Very important. And that's one of the things, when I say I live an isolated path, it's a self-choice. It's choice to live the way that I live, because I don't like to be stopped by people who tell me, no, we're not stopping for that squirrel. And I surely don't want to be in anybody's energy who's going to look at me and say, oh my God, you're so disgusting. You're going to put that near your chest. And all of the things that people think when one wants to act for their best interest of what's being guided to them in any given moment. So I walk a path that's guided to me to do be certain places, like we talked about McDonald's earlier, or to do certain things that other people consider like, ugh, right? So it's beautiful to love unconditionally, but that allowance of me being able to walk in confidence of everything that I need to do to follow my higher purpose, it's not very simple to find anyone who actually, grasps that. I still, even if people believe in feathers and that feathers are gifts, I still, by some of those same people, knowing that feathers are sacred, get told that feathers are disgusting. I shouldn't pick them up, right? So that push and pull of the 3D programming versus what the path I choose to live for real, it's two different worlds. You can't walk alongside somebody that's not of your world and your alignment. Does that make sense? Oh, that's cool. Wow. 23, 32. Hawk Spirit. Oh, enjoy your kids. I didn't know that, Danny. Gotta go. Get my kids at the airport. 4 months, haven't seen them. Miss them so much. Right on, sweetie. Enjoy. 32, Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details. Observes the rain and the pond as well as the clouds and doesn't miss a thing. When the Hawk Spirit arrives, you're called to pay close attention to messages from Spirit that can appear in any form, anywhere, anytime. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for the synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk Spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that Spirit is sending you now. I love it. It's good. It's a flow. You're so beautiful.
I was just doing that while I was waiting for my...
I know, but... Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song? Coming across the same symbols, same colors, here, there, everywhere, and in the strangest places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query. Or you notice the uncanny billboards, license plates, and other places where repetitive numbers and words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear before you and connect with their symbolism, because Spirit wants you to communicate and reach out again and again. When Hawk Spirit, it's a sign to listen. Yes, Bridget, I love the syncs. I love the syncs as well. Know thy syncs, and to thine own syncs be true. Know your syncs. Know.
No saints or know your saints?
Know your syncs. I'm going to read the protection message. Very important. I'm not sure exactly what's coming up, but the protection message, very guided to read. Are you noticing the red flags? Perhaps you're saying to yourself, oh, what pretty flags, and not giving them no more thought. Hawk Spirit has arrived to tell you to stop and listen to the messages from Spirit. Take time to observe the patterns you're seeing and don't dismiss your intuition, even if the messages you receive are not supported by evidence in the physical world. If it feels illogical to listen to those signs right now, listen anyways. sometimes you might want certain signs and messages to mean what you want them to mean, interpreting them through the lens of wishful thinking, a projection of your desire to see a thing a certain way. Of course, when you do that, you rarely find yourself where you want to be. Take heart. Spirit loves you so much and does not want you to get hurt, but align with Spirit's plan for your highest good. Listen and follow the signs. Check your motives. Your motives. Your motives when you're being selective with your hearing. Wow, for no wonder. When I just said above, know your syncs and to thine own syncs be true. You cannot manipulate your syncs to mean what you want them to mean. They only mean what Source and Spirit is sending you for them to mean. Your wishful thinking cannot change a timeline into being. It can only distract yourself and others. Accountability for your motives at all times with the synchronicities is felt throughout the collective and certainly very felt throughout the community of people who speak openly of telepathy. You can't hide anything. If you're in the tribe vibe, you can back away all you want, and you can even put like spells around yourself. Don't let anybody see that I'm like thinking all this nasty ass shit. You know? But it's still there. You can lie to yourself. You can lie to everyone. You can even fool with the frequency of certain things because you're that strong. But Source knows. Source knows. Spirit knows. You cannot ride someone else's synchronicities and not know what they mean for yourself. We're all connected with numbers, songs, patterns, colors. But you cannot bypass your own spiritual awakening of your higher self by grabbing on to those numbers and thinking that you own them, or that you look gematria things up and that you have anything more than what it actually is. Spirit knows what it's sending you. You must know yourself. You know, it's important. That way, it says Mountain Rain was having fun with her sister. Yay. All right on. I'll check for the upload. That's so cool. Big Stir says, thanks for the cards, G. Nicholas, was it you that quit smoking? If so, how did you finally quit? If you're still here,
No,
Nicholas, I want to answer for smoking and assistance in certain tools that you find favorable to help quit smoking.
Flower fields.
Shout it out there. Or if you have a specific vid, I can't remember, Nicholas, if you do. I know there's things you've put up in certain things at certain times. If you want to, if you are here and you have the time to comment or link anything that you'd find appropriate, I guess would be the right word, for helping the quitting smoking. I know there's certain essential oils, certain things. I don't have the memory to remember. And I like when the source of the information instead of, because I don't have the, yeah, I'm trying to think if I can remember you having a vid, but I can't. You quit that way? Right on. Hi, Ray of Thought. How are you? Were you here to see that I had pulled the Hawk Spirit? 32. We're the 23rd. Let spirit be your guide. Liking that hawk. 13:50 Eastern Time. My battery's at 26%. Just feeling like staying here right now. If you guys have stuff you want to talk about, keep putting it up.
It's sunny outside.
How's your day going so far, Ray? Did you get a chance to listen to Madonna, Ray of Light yet? Oh, Nicholas. Boom. See, I knew that was important, that if you had the time to answer. I knew it. My card last night, Sweat Lodge. I don't think I've ever pulled the Sweat Lodge, to be honest. I'm going to read it. Because you triggered that I pulled the card Sweat Lodge last night for the collective, that reading that I did last night. And, your answer for the smoking is no, I have strong boundaries. A Sweat Lodge was the final straw. It's a blessing to be able to kick it. I was sick after the Sweat Lodge, and I never had another cigarette. 5 years and 3 months. Right on. Sweat Lodge, meaning cleanse yourself, body, mind, soul, purify, clutter clear. Let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you. Purify your body, go within, talk to the Creator, talk to yourself, allow the flow, give thanks. When this card chooses you, it's time to clear out the clutter in your life. And that's why it came out last night for that collective, because the divine intervention is 2021. If you didn't do the work, if you're not clearing out the clutter yourself, it's going to be cluttered out for you. And sometimes the clutter is stuff in your closet that you don't love or use. Sometimes the clutter is modeled relationships or habits that no longer serve you. Clear your inner and outer space. Zephyr in the sky at night, I wonder. Not sure what you mean, but the Zephyr song is coming up inside of me a lot these days. Like, just naturally. By Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Zephyr song is in and out of my reality conscious radio a lot these days. Gonna go rest, Witch Moon. Love y'all. Really worn out still. Enjoy your rest, sweetie. Thanks for being with us. You caught the end of the hawk. Right on, Ray. You doing all right? Good. Good message. I was just staring at the sun. It's not bright, just the perfect circle behind the clouds. Too many thoughts in my mind has been all over the place. Big Stir, I did a Sweat Lodge. It was such a blessing. I can look up how... I don't know how to read that. That's awesome if you've done that before. Hey, that card speaks to quitting smoking too. Instant instruction, yay. Nicholas, to quit smoking cigs is a fucking miracle. I was smoking 3 packs a day at the end of the old life. I was leading of the drinking, denying the smoking, boozing, and losing. Nicholas says, you said the Ray of Light by Madonna, and the lyrics to the song of that song are Zephyr in the sky at night. I wonder, do all my tears of mourning sink beneath the sun? Dude, you blow my mind. When I was listening to Ray of Light last night, Not gonna lie, Nicholas, I was thinking, me not know the lyrics to this song at all, right? This might not be the best song to think I know how to sing because I don't know the lyrics off by heart. And the lyrics are like a lot of Madonna's lyrics, the songs that she flows through have the lyrics, right? But I love it. I was wondering where that stuff came from, right? And it was like, where's that coming from? Oh, thank you. Yeah. You know how we talked, Ray, and we've talked about how songs are coming up in our reality that we've heard before, and they're coming up differently, not necessarily because Mandela changed and anything, but just how our awareness of it and what we're listening to and how we're listening to it, it's coming up differently. And the funny thing is, Nicholas, is that I actually had the Ray of Light CD when it came out. I'm a lifelong Madonna. Just that's it. And so it was funny to me last night when I was listening to the song, thinking of Ray, that I gotta remind him to listen to this song, but realizing like, damn, I don't remember any of the lyrics. Did I ever know the lyrics? And that today you bring them up like that. Big stir, right on. You have been clearing out a big old file folder. Such review of my life lived, not lived. Also good for my own healing. Right on. See, sometimes we realize when we see certain things within videos and card pulls and certain things that we're on the right track. We're already started clearing out the clutter, right? So if that's the internal synchronicity of like, boom, yeah, I'm not wasting my time doing this. I'm exactly aligned doing what I'm meant to be doing. Keep decluttering. It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh, they are great. A zephyr is actually a soft, gentle breeze. Wow. Only me would not know that. A soft, gentle breeze. I didn't know that. Or a fine cotton gingham cloth. Huh. Ray, it's cold here today. Supposed to get a snowstorm coming in. Right on. And yeah, it is amazing and so much fun when it happens. So many new songs. It feels like new. Like no matter how old the song is, it's new. I love it. Yes, that way. We are generating enough light. We are generating. We are. Boom. This was at the bottom of the deck.
Ooh, what number?
47. Sophia, Divine Wisdom.
You were 49.
Yeah.
I said 48, but you're not 48.
Sophia, Divine Wisdom. Human wisdom comes from personal experience, but divine wisdom is unknown in our life experience. When we ask for help, we are asking for guidance from a source that's greater than us, a great unknowable mystery. And when we receive it, it's often life-altering and affects us in ways beyond our comprehension. The Gnostic goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show you how fate and destiny operate in relationship to synchronicity. When you least expect it is when opportunities and meetings spring up as if out of nowhere, and your life begins to work out, and your sense of alignment with higher purpose and power has passion. Trust that you are divinely protected and directed. Practice the act of faith. 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Exactly.
Practice the art of
I was
faith
wondering why.
before results.
I was watching a show and I was wondering why it paused. It paused like I said in before, and I was like, why did it pause? And then
I
it
know, eh?
timer.
This is an essential key in co-creating your world. I'm going to read the alignment message. When you are disconnected from your higher power, you begin to believe that you're alone or the source of you begin to believe that you alone are the source of abundance in life. It's wise to commit to a conscious and deliberate daily connection to a higher power. When you forget to do this, you might place too much attention on materialism, work, money, goals, and the like. The goddess Sophia reminds you it's the spiritual aspect and the invisible aspect, the essences of your desires, that means more than the form. You may be mistaking something false for divine guidance right now. It's time to come back into alignment and receive true divine guidance, divested from the wishful thinking. There it goes again. Two cards in a row saying let go of the wishful thinking. This doesn't mean that you don't make wishes. It means that you don't attach to what you think your wish is. Zero attachment towards the free will of another. You may be mistaking the false for divine guidance right now. It's time to come back into alignment and receive true divine guidance, divested from wishful thinking or ego attachments. Opening to the wisdom of mystery of the universe is your alignment task now. Let the goddess Sophia guide you to your magic. The most beautiful, meaningful, and beautiful expression of yourself is waiting for you. I think I said beautiful 3 times. I'm not sure. I think I did. Bridget, 11. Right on. Yeah, that way we'd be Genevieve rating. Genevieve, not generating. Genevieve rating. Me Genevieve rating for sure. Me the generator. Oh, nice, Big Stir. Just tossing this in if anybody wants it off the Real Food channel. Haven't listened to it entirely yet, but it sounds good. The healing power of sound. Thank you. That way, sound comes before life, music.
I took apart my pen.
Is that good? Do you know how to put it back together?
I know how to put it back together.
Yes, I remember those lyrics, Nicholas. Faster than the speed of light, she's flying, trying to remember where it all began. She's got herself a little piece of heaven, waiting for the time where the earth shall be one. Those are more the lyrics of Ray of Light. Interesting. Very interesting, eh? She's got herself a little piece of heaven. Big Stir. Thanks, Nicholas. I'm also quite sure I got COVID last December before it was a thing. Why I quit the first time. The energy, as you well know, of the sweat was powerful and will be helpful to go there. Boom. Thank you, Nicholas. I had COVID in October of 2019. I won't ever know to 144% because I did not go anywhere for myself and Lily Rose, but I'm pretty sure that that's what passed through us in December as well of 2019. And whether I want to call it COVID or not, ascension symptoms at that point were at its peak, and we flowed through them in the way that we had. But I'm here to tell you, as a mama bear, when you're looking at your child who's never been so sick and for so many days in a row, lower energy, vibration, frequency, and that feeling of the knowing that it's all okay. It's all okay. Allow it all to pass through and zero, you know, zero fear. Zero fear. Because it's fear that brings any disease into our body. So you harness it. Your soul either chooses that free will choice of needing those lessons. And yeah, exactly, Nicholas. They weren't able to diagnose it then. Which makes no sense, Nicholas. But since COVID was already a thing before, so it makes no sense. Thank you, Ray of Thoth. I really appreciate when we talk about this sometimes in my stream. In the last a certain amount of time we've talked about it. I really appreciate when people put the comments up of their truth. Ray of Thoth, yeah, I'm pretty sure my daughter and I both had it in December of 2019 as well. My son and wife did not get sick, but my daughter and I for like 2 weeks plus, cough for almost 4 weeks, flu test, etc. was negative for Piper. Exactly. Thank you, Ray of Thoth. That's
flower.
And Nicholas, where you write afterwards, and I'm healthier than ever. Exactly. Certain things passed through, and what it allows as a shedding is part of a process. Whether we want to call it anything, COVID is a portal for people to choose to stay or go. It's a fast, easy portal instead of having different traumas such as suicides, sudden accidents, and certain things. COVID is a fast exit portal for souls who choose to exit. Whether we want to put any type of wording around it, an emotion, it's an exit portal. It's a quick exit portal that we agreed on as a collective to have in our timelines right now as the global Nicholas. At the time, I had a 105 fever on and off for 5 days with the fever. It cooked anything that needed to die. Yeah, it cooked anything that needed to die. Thanks for saying that. For writing it, I mean, so I could say it out loud 3 times. It cooked anything that needed to die. The doctor said it was similar to Middle East respiratory syndrome, and they were seeing massive numbers of it then. Exactly. Exactly. Boom, big stir, exactly. COVID symptoms will be like diagnosed as panic attacks throughout the medical system. Thank you, big stir. It's important. Same here, no diagnosis. I got sent home saying I was in a panic attack. Same as a woman reported on Marketplace. Yeah, the soul wanting to exit from where I was at. Oh, you pressed to pause the timer instead of stop it. So there's a place, did you just flip it up? It should be stopped. When we press on it, sometimes it pauses that. If it rings,
I just did this.
Swipe it up?
I did this.
It should stop it. But we'll see
Alright.
in 10 minutes if not. We obviously have to take the reminder off if not. Hey, Juice from the Sky. How's it going, Tom? Me loved your video today, dude. I know I said it in the comments, but when you wrote in my comment box this morning, I saw that before the video, and where you said I made a video, I think it might help you. I went straight to it, and you know what I did? I was still lying in bed, and the cat was right at my butt. That's where he was. What do you want me to say? That's where he was. And I was lying in bed, and I had been awake for long enough that I wanted to look at my device. So I went into your vid, and the sound, the bowl at the beginning, I listened to it 3 times. Like I stopped and rewinded. I'm gonna go old school. I rewinded the cassette. So I listened to the part, like the beginning part of the bowl meditation 3 times. If I'm gonna do a Tom meditation, you can be sure I'm gonna do it 3 times to anchor that shit in. That's my kind of meditation, Tom. Simple, to the point, truth, authenticity. I love it. And I mean it. And the first time I listened to it, I didn't realize the cat was right there. So when you said the cat thinks it's supper time or whatever the words you used, my cat was made me realize that he was right there, because when you were doing the bowl and then you said my cat thinks it's supper time, the cat stirred behind me, and I was like, and so I put it 3 times in a row, the bowl. And then I went into the cards, and I was very just like, wow, your cards are completely in sync with the cards that I pull. Some of the words were exactly the same. I pulled Artemis last night, focus, boom, you had the focus, certain things. That's the beauty of anyone choosing to share certain cards and certain messages. You can say, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, you do. If you have the cards in your possessions, you're guided to lift them up and share. You'll see the web, the interweaving of our cards. We're pulling the same messages. We really are. It's beautiful. It's like amazingly beautiful. I love it. Exactly, Nicholas. Fever brings healing in healthy individuals. Could I read that more slowly for the effect of it? Fever is a blessing. Remember, I've been on for 239, so I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning-ish of the live stream, when Bravery was talking, and something sweat came up, and I said, sweat is your superpower. Sweat is one of our biggest superpowers. Sweat is a superpower. Fever is a superpower. It really is. Within that fever that I had with that COVID-ish thing inside of me last December 2019 came through a lot of stuff of visions and knowings and, certain things. You give me fever. That song. You can choose to empower yourself and feel safe within a fever just with the truth in plain sight of, fever is good. Fever is good. Harness the energy of the fever. We harness. We are, Fever brings healing. It does. It really does. So does. And that's the thing. Way showers and a certain generation of generators got the chance to learn slowly. Other people don't get, that same timeline of years, They don't. The compassion for the other journeys is important. Boom. Oh gosh. 111 again in Saskatchewan. I love that I never intend to look at the clock at that time. Boom, sync. And Big Stir, I have a question for you. When I was outside earlier, I was thinking of the geese, and I was thinking of you, and I was thinking of Saskatchewan and certain ley line stuff. So when the first geese come into your reality, can you let me know? So I don't mean like if today or in the next week or so you all of a sudden like see videos of geese or anything like that, unless they're from passing through Saskatchewan or Canada, anywhere on any certain ley line, let me know. But you specifically, the first time you look up and you realize like, what the fuck, there's geese right now, could you let me know? It's a Saskatchewan ley line kind of thing. Yeah, it's important somehow. Nicholas, some stories I tell only to teach, not to relive trauma in a never-ending cycle. Thank you for saying that, Nicholas, because that's the thing too, is that sometimes when I tell certain stories to teach, other people presume, assume, or project or think that I'm feeling an emotion. And the detachment in certain of my traumas, sometimes I make sure to speak as to have an emotion, to not be so detached that it actually, is too cold, because my detachment of my own traumatic stories can be so detached, and that they're only used not in a victim-y sense, but to tell the story. And I've talked a lot in the last, couple streams about, C-sections, being tied down in certain things. And, you can see through the frequency flow that the trauma is not there inside of me of that. The story is there to tell because, it's there, but it's not a cycle of a story. Nicholas, yes, the immune response of the human immune system is a fucking miracle that can be a curse sometimes. Yes, it's so powerful. The pipes got thawed? Yay, that way. Big stir will do. Should be seeing some in the spring. Interesting, Ari, the ley lines. I still think one runs through Duck Lake and all the trauma done to the First Nations. Oh, you're very... Yes. And no, I know you think you'll be seeing some in the spring, but you'll be seeing some very sooner than you think. That's why I've already put that seed into you to have an awareness, because it will be sooner than you think. Okay, it's not about the spring cycles and a true migration. It's about the herald that comes through sooner than later. And for you, Big Stir, someone that's watched a lot of my videos or seen, my journey from ago, I do, have my sightings here in my spot in January and February in some points sometimes. So that's why it's kind of like, in the way that I ask, it'll kind of give me a timeline of something of here when it will, if that makes any sense at all. Be right back. Back. I was just thinking of something. Big Stir, you remember how it's the monolith of, I don't know if I'm saying it right, video that I watched that guided you here. The horn outside, did you hear that? Right? So in general, for me, I don't care where the monolith comes from. I don't care if aliens brought it to Saskatchewan. I don't care if 5 guys in a trailer made it all fucking winter long and decided to go put it there that day. I don't care if it fucking sprouted out of the earth by itself. I have zero attachment to how that monolith got there. right? But no matter what, on a global, higher perspective level, it was enough to guide me to you and you to us, right? So the outside force of how that thing got there, zero attachment. Because even if I knew exactly how I got there, no one would believe me anyways, right? That's the thing. I was reading something the other day of, even if, full disclosure of everything, someone said everything, no one would believe that person anyway. You gotta believe what you believe when you believe. That's it. But what I'm like summing up to say is that if we let go of any outside reason of anything, the knowing that when certain things happen, other things click into place. Had you not shared that video, you wouldn't have stepped into the timeline that you did of being part of the all of the round table of, being guided to like check your device to come on and be with us. Right? So the how of certain things, whoosh, but the knowing that that was planned. It doesn't matter who, how, but it gathers us. And so, the thing of me saying the geese is that I knew I was waiting for a Saskatchewan synchronicity and something to happen to be coming from Saskatchewan. For me, for months. For months and months and months. Just like when Abel came in yesterday in the stream from Jakarta, Indonesia, Abel came into the stream saying, "Hi, Mom." And I was like, dude, if you know how to call me Mom, welcome. But in my head, a couple months ago, in my reality, there is a Cain. Cain. And ever since Cain, just the name of that person, because I don't know him. But ever since the name Cain came into my reality, I was like, oh, where's Abel? Because if I got Cain, where's Abel? And Abel came into the live stream yesterday. Jakarta. Right? So, the flow. The flow. The flow. Trust the flow. Big Stir, cool. I'll be watching. You say poor geese, Wi-Fi signals, cell towers messing up their migration. Kind of makes sense, but wait, I'll see to hear more. But see, that's the thing. Anything that's on this planet right now is here of their own free will, whether anything that has a frequency energy is here of their own free will and is here for a reason. And if certain things happen with geese and cell towers, it's for a certain timeline of certain things, because nature knows how to survive. It really does. Nature knows what it's doing. Nature understands what it's doing way more than a lot of it highly elevated people. Nature knows what it's doing. Yes. Obvious. No matter what, exactly. The monolith was guided to be placed there, no matter what. Right? No matter what. Just like, everything happens for a reason. That way, yes, I love that song. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. I forget who sings the original version of that song that way. I know Elvis Costello redid it. I don't think his is the original. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, don't let me be misunderstood. Could the original be Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Did they redo that song as well? I think so. I'm not sure. I think Blood, Sweat, and Tears did that song, eh? It's the animals. Thank you that way. Hi, Scarborough Sasquatch Station. Scarborough
I heard
Sasquatch
that.
Station. SSS. How you doing? How's it going, eh? How's your skies today? I was just outside. Well, not outside. I was just in the window. I was just in the window. Took a little break. We got blue skies today. It's really beautiful blue, and then random wispy clouds. There is a dragon right out front. I'm doing super well, Scarborough Sasquatch Station.
There's a
Thanks
bunch
for
of squirrels
asking.
and stuff.
Lots of squirrel energy out there today. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm gonna flip. I gotta put my battery in so I don't just all of a sudden disappear. And I'm guided to stay a little bit longer and just let through what needs to be let through for the day. One of the things that came up when I was outside, looking outside, is that all judgment has to be left aside. If something is not of your timelines, look away. Allow every timeline to play itself out, okay? That's the big message coming through today. Allow everything that needs to play out to play out. Any judgment is holding you back, not those timelines and the timelines themselves, because any thought of anything, thoughts are things, and when you think of something, you're anchoring that reality in place. We can't let go of certain realities until all judgment of the things are gone, right? Doing all right? The sky is finally blue and sunny. Yes, it's very few and far between the sunny blue days right now, Scarborough Sasquatch. Much gratitude for the blue. Me needed the blue.
Into the blue.
Me needed the blue today. It's nice. I love it. And that's the thing, eh? I've been on for 3 hours and you're like, it's nice, you love it. Then why are you here? Why? Because the light codes and everything's coming in anyways, and this is where I'm guided to be. This is where I'm guided to be. You're sad. You got the winter depression, sweetie. Well, one of my easiest and fastest grounding tips for this time of year is wear your summer clothes. No, wear your summer clothes. Don't put your summer clothes away. Put on like the funkiest, most colorful stuff and ask to be grounded to Gaia. It's like me, I just said, the light codes, I can't see the sun certain days, but it's still there. I ask for it to just come. I understand that. Seasonal adjust depression, sad, and that yuck feeling. I get it. I really do. Find the happy, silly things. One of the things I do that's my quickest summer booster is to listen to the Beach Boys. Put on some surfing music and listen to the Beach Boys, right? One of my favorite spring songs, and I've been listening to it a lot lately. I feel spring in the air, even if I'm just in midwinter, Northeast Ontario. I've been listening to Center Field by John Fogerty. Center Field by John Fogerty. I'm sorry, when those riffs come up and there's a brown-eyed handsome man coming around the corner, anyone can understand the way I feel. And it's an elevator. Elevator. At Scarborough Sasquatch Station, no way. My girlfriend is listening right now to a summer fashion show. All night and day, changing clothes over and over. Good. Brilliant. Brilliant. You can't have summer, you make summer how you want it.
Yeah.
If it's fashion summer clothes show, do it, girlfriend.
Summer.
Do
my
it.
feet are stuffed with sand. My feet are freaking cold.
I love you. You don't use that word unless you need it. Right? Huh. awesome. You know what? The silliest stuff. Eat food that reminds you of summer. You don't have certain stuff. Watermelon. Go get a watermelon. Make pictures of watermelons. Draw watermelons. Put the lime in the coconut. Imagination. Tones changing. Imagination is the way through. You can't change the season outside, but you can change it where you are. On a dime. I literally wear my bikini under my clothes so that I always have the feeling that I'm on my way to the beach. Beach, beach, life's a beach. Beach, beach, let's go to the beach. So if I got my, instead of my tighty whities and my fucking old underwear, my granny underwear, if I put on my bikini, holy shitballs. It's a different fit on my body. It means summer. It means hot. So a part of me is programming myself to feel hot. Am I hot? Fuck no. It's cold as balls, baby. It's cold as balls right now. It's so cold the kid used the word frickin'. And she don't throw that out there for no reason. So it's cold as balls. But
instead of feet filled with sands, we're feet full of icicles.
Yeah. Instead of having sand between our toes, it's icicles. But hey, yes, Sasquatch Station, frozen watermelon slushies. She's amazing. She gets it. See, Scarborough Sasquatch Station, funny, so does my partner. She wears her beach clothes under her clothes. Exactly.
You wear your bikini.
Yeah. But it's underwear, right? That's it. Doesn't matter. But the feeling of it, putting a summer dress over top of tights and a turtleneck because it's fucking cold. You can't wear that summer dress, as if your body's not has a layer, but your whole body in a layer. I mean it. I recommend it for the dudes. Put on whatever your summer shorts are. Your favorite summer tank top underneath your real shirt so that you just have that empowerment of summer. Anything your imagination, anything. We choose how we feel, and we can't change all exterior, but we can change the interior. Backgrounds on your phone. Change the background to a beach so that every time you look at your phone, instead of thinking, oh, it's yucky outside, every time you grab your phone, you got the beach right there. Like, what's your favorite summer stuff? Put it in your reality close to you to bring it through. Watch videos. If you watch movies that only have summery stuff. Childlike, passionate, yummy, just happy, summery stuff. And heck, if you're like me, watch Frozen. I love Frozen. You know what I mean? Why not? Hi, Psycho Beats. How are you?
And if you live in a really hot place and you have summer, then watch Frozen. It's a winter movie. So you can feel like it's winter with us.
Yeah.
As we watch summer movies, as we think it's summer with you.
You get what Lily's saying? So if you're on another continent and it's really hot right now and you're watching this thinking like it's really hot here, then you watch the opposite. You watch the ice to cool down. Right? I remember suggesting that to Witch Moon in the summer when she was in her Texas heat of like, I would tell her, I would send her snow kisses, send her snow emojis. I would send her like literally, I think I sent her like Whitehorse, Whitehorse, Alberta, -40 in the middle of summer. I sent her that video. Why? Because she's so hot that watching people frozen and not even able to go outside, looking out the window going, my eyeballs will freeze if I go outside. It's kind of funny to watch, right?
My eyelashes freeze when I go out like sledding and stuff.
Yeah. So I just pulled 2 cards too as I was like kind of just whatever flowing. 62. 6 and 2 is 8. Turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. And the dog spirit. Be loyal. Be loyal to what you love. Be loyal to what you love. You're doing great this morning, Psycho Beats. Right on. I'm glad. That way. I love coffee in a cup, but I'm not really loyal to it though. I guess. And that can be taken on a playful level. But right now, I'm gonna say there's so much like smack talk and ego energy and blaming and shaming going on that this card is really important to me. I love coffee too, and loyalty doesn't really apply to the coffee. It's applying to like the stuff. You know, whether we want to, whatever, the shit is real, and it's as above, so below. Being the mama bear in the middle of a shit show of frequencies of certain things that are entangled into community frequency, I'm putting it out there, and I'm putting it out there seriously to be loyal to what you love. The codependency cycles of the pretend love and not knowing what love is has no loyalty or integrity. So integrity matters, and that's why this card is here. And you know, there's a sacredness to certain things, and I can't bypass it right now. A lot of people want to just like think that, you know, somebody would just randomly do hours and 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 hours of live streaming week after week right now. But there's a lot of people, there's just, it's more than what it seems. One of the things I realized in the last 24 hours is that we're here to give, and we're giving freely a certain, you know, timelines of us, right? And it's not being honored or taken seriously at all, even within the community. And that's a hard part of having the bird's eye view right now, is the seeing of the internal stuff. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I know it's seriously playful that way. And the reason that I'm keeping a certain seriousness about it is because I know exactly how people are fighting within their shadows right now to stay loyal to themselves, and what that means inside of them is being loyal with and for others. So there's a serious inner battle of choosing love within people who say they choose love every day. My people.
Yeah, peeps.
My peeps.
The peeps.
It's real. It's really real right now. How many months have I said that I'm part of so many trinities of my own free will? So the entanglement of people that are not feeling at their best and not sure where their loyalties lie. People battling for sovereignty, of being asked to be left alone by someone who promised to be loyal but doesn't know what that means. It's really, really huge right now. Really big. I'm not here to let things slide and pretend they're not happening. Integrity matters. How you doing, Aphrodite Rose Starfire? I loved your video so much yesterday that I watched, sweetie. And I don't know if you saw my comment, but I ended up not watching it all day and seeing it very late at night or something, or even in the middle of the night when I woke up. I can't remember. But in the moment that I saw it is exactly when I needed it. Oh man. And that lyric, just that lyric, one day of comfort. Whoa. Like that's so big. I have my inner comfort. I have my true north. But one day of true comfort where just the serenity of, is the reason to just keep smiling. It is. I loved it, Aphrodite Rose Starfire. I'm honored that you shared that you had that yesterday so that I could have it in my awareness that I was not subbed to you anymore. And I don't have the pop-up, so I didn't even have the choice to look at it or coming into my life. So I feel like you were guided to say, I have this, so that I would ask, can you share, so that I would be re-brought into your stream of videos that wasn't popping up for me anymore. And in the moment, how you showed yourself, the activation of you when you were taking the camera and just, all of me, this is all of me. And then the insects that you choose to share. I'm so proud of you. Why? Because I love the butterfly, and I love the dragonfly, and I love the ladybugs. They're so freaking beautiful that everybody loves them. Everybody writes songs about them. They're so fucking beautiful. So let's shout out the other ones. I admired the beauty of the insects that you chose to have in your video. When you took the snake and you were pulling on the skin, it was I could literally, it was I imagined myself as the snake. Cool, let me know if you need anything. Maybe make a sandwich. Oh man, that was epic. Is it back on? That was epic. I was so into it, saying the snake, and there we go. Gotta go, Big Stir. I get it. I've been on for a while. I'll probably just full circle the stream, just so that it came back on, doesn't get lost and has an ending and is not floating and buffering in space there, you know what I mean? I've been on for a while. Is it buffering?
I'm gonna make myself a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
I only have the weird peanut butter.
You bought peanut butter?
I did. Oh, thanks, I forgot. What?
know because I have it.
Thank you, Lily. I forgot I bought it. Well, if it's buffering, that's good. It means I'm supposed to be done, which is fine because I was on for a long time. I'm still guided to pull the card. If it shows up, it shows up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then I'll be done. Oh, it's good now? Okay. We'll see what's meant to happen. Keep shining, big star. It's weird that way. It's like there's something else that's meant to come up and I'm just not quite done. You know, and I keep asking, am I putting off? Because I know I gotta do my dishes, but it's like, no, I know I want to do my dishes. It's just not time. I don't know why. And sometimes when I'm not sure is when the most powerful stuff happens at the end of a stream. So we'll see what the next few minutes brings through. It's 14:52.
I'm making myself a peanut butter and
So.
Do we have jelly?
Yes, in the doorway of the fridge is grape jelly for sure. It's Saskatchewan. He's in Saskatchewan. It's really powerful for me. It's nice to have someone that's in the middle. In the prairies there, I really, I feel really empowered since Big Stir came into the channel and shares his comments with us. Good energy. It's good. Good, good, good. Boom. I had pulled that for the collective yesterday and it came back again. I'm not going to read the book. That speaks for itself. And everyone has their different ways. If you don't, then ask yourself to be guided to what's the best for you. Smudging includes, just burning a bay leaf. It really does. Bay leaves are so powerful. Go look up bay leaf medicine. What bay leaves? Just the simplest thing that we have in our house can become a powerful tool in our magic chest of energy. Boom. I love you that way. You get it, eh? I have a bay leaf ready to burn at any moment. My little jokester, you get it. You get it. Yeah, bay leaf. And I don't have bay leaf. I don't have any. You have a bay leaf plant outside? Wow, that is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen, or if I have, I've never had the awareness of it. I don't think I've ever seen a bay leaf plant.
I don't know.
And again, I could have seen many and I just didn't know what it was because I never really thought of it. Aphrodite, you've never burnt a bay leaf, but now you'll try it? Yes. For me, because I come from a chef background, the power of, and that thing, right? If I just try to be traditional and have certain smudging, things, I can't just go around the corner and get them anywhere, right? So burning peppercorns, basil. I should do that now. Basil is very good for energies of having like not cheating energies around. You know what I mean? To bring forth I don't know what the words are, but basil. Basil, just, yeah. The bay leaf is supposedly poison and you have to pull it out of the soup. I don't know about the poisonous part. I've never really been told that. If it is, I don't know. I just don't like the texture of a bay leaf, right? It doesn't rock my crank to eat that. But depending on how long a bay leaf has been in a soup, it integrates itself so much that it's squished in. The bay leaf does not agree with you in cooking lentils, Scarborough. Thank you that way. Yes, it is. Thanks for lighting one right now. I don't, like I said, I don't have any on me, which is rare. I just lit it and there's something calming about it. Isn't it so calming? Oh my gosh, it is. It's a beautiful, it's amazing. I have shivers everywhere, and you're the one that lit it on the West Coast that way. And I still have the shivers of the feeling of the power of it from the recall, my memory of my scent and when I do it. So thank you. Aphrodite. I grew up learning it's good for flavor, but you can't eat the leaves. But maybe that's just what my mom told me. Well, no matter what, sometimes it disintegrates so much you can't tell what the bay leaf is. And I say that because like a long, very long cooked stew or something, you know, there's like a lot of different leaves at the bottom. You know, so for us, that looks beautiful. Peanut butter. Did you put jelly?
Peanut butter, jelly, and banana.
Peanut butter, grape jelly, and banana sandwich. Love ball. If I said the Schumann was at 9, what would you say? I would say, yeah, 369, baby.
369 does 1 to 1.
369. 369. Is it? I've been thinking about you, Love Ball. And it's funny because I've been streaming for a long time, and I just said about 5 minutes ago, I'm not quite sure why I'm still here, but every time I say that to myself and I stay, something really awesome happens, and the end of my stream is really powerful, so I'm going to stay. And here you are coming in saying that the Schumann is at 9. Nailed it. 369, baby. Wow, yeah. That way. Yeah, it is very powerful. I'm shivering from the bay leaf I lit right now. It's crazy, crazy awesome. Thank you for sharing the power of it that way. It really is. And that's the thing, when I talked earlier about food and using the imagination, because we want to adhere to certain traditional ceremonies or rituals that we've been taught, we don't just grab the simple magic that's right there, right in front of us, that is so powerful. So wanting to emulate certain ceremonies and waiting till you have, sage, or waiting till you have Palo Santo, or believing that those things are so powerful when you have things in your environment already that are so powerful. And that's the thing, is when I always, you know me that way, I've been saying it for years, it's the little things that mean the most. Don't wait for a super smudging ceremony at a powwow. Find your own smudging tools that work for you and your higher good. A sage stick costs like a certain amount of money. Basil, bay leaves, we have that in our home commonly. Or we can actually, if you don't have any right now, if you have a neighbor, you could just say, scream across the yard, you got a bay leaf to, somebody else does close by. It's radically fast. It doesn't have to be so create, manifest, make your own rituals. Empower yourself by not following every single thing that everybody else ever taught you or you believe that you should be doing. It's beautiful. Sasquatch says, I don't use the leaves. I discard them or use them as seasoning bag remove them before serving. In my family, when I was young, the big spaghetti sauce would get made, and then depending on how it was packaged or put in the freezer or canned or whatever, but whenever we had supper, whoever had the bay leaf in their plate would be the person that had to do the dishes, for example. Or if you got the bay leaf, then something, whoever got 2 bay leaves in their plate, because, whoa, you got 2? We would have a thing about it. We wouldn't eat it either. We would put it aside, but have a thing when I was little about the bay leaves. Boom, love ball. On Disclosure News, IT, Italy, Schumann. Thank you. I've been looking for a Schumann graph somewhere, and I haven't found one. Italy. Italy is like a big sync for me right now. I don't know that channel. I know that earlier this morning I was in a live stream, number 1 Matrix Man, and he had a panel up, and within the comments, I can't remember specifically who said it. I think it was Little Wing, where she said, I don't remember what the word she used, but she wasn't comfortable with the graphs that she was seeing. And I said, whatever your instinct says about the graphs is right. So if you're looking at graphs, it don't matter where they're coming from. If your instinct is saying, this is bullshit, there's no encodement, there's no light language, there's nothing pure in this, toss it aside. It doesn't matter what they say or anyone says. If it doesn't feel pure, and if it doesn't feel real, and if those blues, whites, and greens aren't giving you shivers, they ain't real for you. So some of the graphs right now are not going to be real. They're going to be to throw people off. A lot of stuff to throw people off of, do you know your higher self, your discernment, your patterns, your colors, the things that we're all triggered and hardwired to have. One person's Schumann graph that is complete bullshit is another person's like click, click, click patterns and colors that they need in that moment. We're all different. But know thyself. You were just stopping in for the full circle of it. Thanks, 369 Love Ball. 369.
369 just 161.
I really...
Into the wasted time.
I appreciate you bringing the full circle. I really do. You heading to town for a sporting event? What kind of sport? What kind of sport, matey? I'm just wondering. I got football and baseball on the brain the most right now. And darts. I know. Is darts a sport? I don't know. I got darts. Because of the bullseye.
I didn't even know that was a sport.
I'm not sure if it's considered a sport, but, it's darts. Darts, big time. The more I say it, the more it's just like psh, 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 darts. We don't know why. Anyone have a synchronicity with darts? Anyone playing darts lately? Anyone else thinking of darts? But it's big. NHL3, not my favorite, but love sporty. Oh, right on. I'm not sure what NHL3 means, what teams it is or whatever, but I'm not a hockey fan of how hockey is played, but I'm a big hockey fan because I'm Canadian, and hockey is important to me, like, as the passion that it is for people who play. Honor and respect around the Broncos accident. The timeline of the anniversary of the Broncos accident in Canada is coming up soon. And only Canadians will really understand that synchronicity, but it's big. Exactly, Bridget. Leaving my house is an event as well. Trippy, dude, me missing ya. We went to check for ya, to check you live there, but I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Darts is a sport, eh? I thought so. I thought so. The precision of darts, the bullseye of it is, yeah. Funny word, hockey. Hockey. On joue au hockey, hein? Au hockey? Tu joues au hockey, toi? Tu joues au hockey? Yeah. Your husband just coughed from smoking a cigarette at the same time as I was talking.
I did not.
Me too, sweetie. I played softball and baseball as my fave. No contact sport. Same. 9 on the field and you get to hit the ball. Whoop, whoop. Same. Softball is the only sport I've ever immersed myself in with a team and enjoyed and liked playing. Softball. Softball, baby. Yeah. I'm that kind of low to the ground, bada, 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 bada. I'm going to like sink into it, you know, put your hips into it. That's when people stand there with their bat like this, I'm like, how the hell do they do that? I'm like, fucking poised, man.
I like baseball.
Just poised.
I've played baseball.
I've got my stance since I was like a child, and it's like.
I played baseball to like.
For fun, yeah.
From 5 to about 6 or 7.
For fun, yeah.
Yeah, with my friends.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at it, but I played it. Points for personality.
Scarborough says, hockey fanatic when the kids till 30 years of age. Now started losing interest or how not care to watch hockey. Same. I don't care to watch it at all anymore, but the integrity of hockey and like children who play, men who play in leagues, women who play in leagues for fun is really, you know, it's a community thing. I say that, but not this year, right? But in general, you know, it's a happy activity, and yeah. You're doing good, Trippy. Been playing but not streaming though. Might live stream some Sea of Thieves tonight. Right on. If ever it's meant to be in my timeline, I would watch some Sea of Thieves tonight. We'll see there what's meant to be there, but one of the last things that I did before I came to do a live stream was checking out some ships, just ship imagery. The whole, just the ships, the Sea of Thieves resonates. Trippy says, how is everyone else? It's a special kind of energy, Trippy. It's really important to thine own self be true right now. The most important thing is to stay aligned in your energy and not to let yourself be distracted from it. So, stickball with tape on the ball in the hood, fun times. I never did that as a kid. You're a third base person that way. I'm either a shortstop or center field or left field. And the reason that they put me in left field or center field is not because of my ability to catch. The teams would throw me out there when they knew that there was nobody that could bat. They wanted somebody better on shortstop to get the bunts. So they would put me in center field or left field so that they knew it wasn't a hitter. So they put me out farther because they knew I would miss in the middle as a shortstop. Know the assets, right? Know your team. Know your team. Technically, I would probably be better as a cheerleader than a ball player.
Oh, you would.
But I've never cheerleaded in my life.
Top, if you don't on the top, face first into the concrete.
I'm a good spiritual cheerleader, but not so much Well, actually, I'm pretty good at cheerleading in real life as well. It's like, rah, rah, get your shit going, motherfuckers.
Straight into the concrete, remember.
But yeah, know your team's strengths and weaknesses. A deep breath. Card number 7.
Take a deep breath. There.
Love Ball says, silly, huh? I play the right field by choice, but I'm a pitcher and I catch too. Oh yeah, exactly. John Fogerty, center field. That song is so important to me. I have no words. Lifelong, eh? Lifelong song. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Trippy. Nicholas. Good job, dude. Took a week off work. Been getting myself realigned. Good, Nicholas. I'm really proud of you. I was thinking about you a lot on the 13th at the new moon because you're a 13, and when the full circles of certain numbers come through. So if you actually took the week off, you get it. I'm really proud of you. How are you doing, SS? Yes, dude. Stairs are fucking hard to build. Stairs are sometimes... I didn't see you come in, SS. How are you? Stairs are really hard to build, and they can be the Achilles heel of some people who can do everything except when it comes to the stairs have, you know, like, oh, I wish I was there to help, dude. Working on the porch. Yeah, stairs are like...
I'm working on my house right now, too.
Aw, Lily Rose says she's working
I'm doing my roof.
She's working on her roof in her Minecraft house. SS.
Yeah, I'm starting a new world.
7-Eleven rule. 7-Eleven. Take a deep breath. Breathe and trust. Here comes the...
This is how it looks so far.
Trippy, I don't play Minecraft. Is that good for a Minecraft? And she found original pink sheep, Trippy.
I started a new world, not in that world.
Okay, but is that good? She got pink sheep.
I'm not. I haven't finished it yet.
She's got pink sheep.
In my other Minecraft world, there's a thing in Minecraft you can find a rare pink sheep just naturally spawned. So I found one on my other one. And there's a pink pig in front of my house. Oh god.
Yeah.
Hi, spider.
It is hard to get them perfect, SS. And that's the thing is that the safety of it, you know what I mean? A little bit one way or the other, as long the imperfection sometimes is just it's a part of it. Be easy on yourself. Gentle with the hard stuff, that SS, so that it's fun at the same time.
I heard you say that way.
I know. You don't know? Right on. I only build worlds. I have no clue. I don't build anything in there. When she shows me, it all looks cool to me, so... One time last week, she was just walking along and killed a chicken because she had a sword in her hand and killed a chicken.
No.
That's not what happened?
I had a pet parrot, and I had my iron sword in my hand, and I kind of I tapped.
So she had a parrot and a sword, and the parrot died.
Yeah, I tapped on my screen, and then it happened again.
Gotta get back to it. Update tomorrow. Right on. Thanks, SS. I'm gonna put some ooh, listen to Stairway to Heaven. Woo! What other songs have the word stairs in them? Listen to stairs songs all day. Put the energy so that...
Wait.
Stairway to Heaven at least once, SS. Okay?
I'm using stairs to build my roof.
And Lily Rose is using stairs right now to build her roof. So harness the Lily Rose kid energy. Stick on Stairway to Heaven at least once, because it's your porch. Heaven. Stairs. I'm trying to think of other songs with the word stairs.
I know, me too.
Well, see, I'm glad I stayed already. The 3
We're on the
that way, not that way, SS, Love Ball, and Trippy, you guys came in at the end. So I'm going to do a little card or so, and then I'm going to be done.
I got away from the Kraber. There's 2 Krabers below me, so that's great.